There comes a moment in every man's life when he stands at the edge of heartbreak, staring into the abyss of regret and longing. The pain of losing someone we once cherished feels like a weight too heavy to bear. It grips your heart, whispers of inadequacy, and tempts you to seek closure where none exists. But this is not our path. We do not grovel at the feet of the past. We do not beg for second chances. We do not shackle ourselves to what is already gone. No, we walk forward, heads high, guided by the wisdom of the Stoics. Welcome to Stoic Doctrine, where we do not chase validation, we master ourselves. Here, we understand that the greatest power a man can wield is control over his own mind, emotions, and actions. If you are here looking for tricks, manipulation tactics, or ways to provoke regret in another, you will find none. What you will find, however, is a way to become a man who commands respect, who inspires admiration, not through petty games, but through sheer mastery of self. The pain of loss is not a curse, it is a test. It is the weight that will either break you or forge you into something greater. And the choice, as always, is yours. Do you crumble beneath the weight of your emotions, or do you rise above them? This question defines the difference between weakness and strength. When she left, did she take a piece of you with her? Or did she leave behind an opportunity, an open door to rebuild yourself stronger than before? We are not here to dwell in sorrow. We are not here to beg for lost affections or chase shadows that have already faded into the night. No. We stand as men, unshaken, unmoved by the whims of those who do not see our worth. She left, then let her go. But not in anger, not in bitterness. Let her go as the ocean releases the tide, as the tree surrenders its leaves in autumn. There is no resentment in nature, only change. Nature teaches us that endings are inevitable, but they are also beginnings in disguise. Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." And this, more than anything, defines the path forward. We do not seek revenge. We do not seek validation from the one who turned away. We seek only mastery over ourselves. This is the true essence of strength. To be indifferent to that which does not serve us, to rise beyond the pettiness of longing and resentment. Regret is not something we create in others. It is something they forge themselves when they realize they have lost something valuable. And true value is never found in words of lamentation, in desperate attempts to reclaim what was lost. No, it is found in silence, in resilience, in the quiet forging of a better self. Do not ask how to make her regret. Ask only how to make yourself unshakable, untouchable by the winds of loss. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." It is foolish to mourn the past when the future is ours to shape. She may one day look back and see what she abandoned, but by then, it will not matter. By then, you will have ascended beyond the need for her gaze, beyond the need for anyone's validation. The fire of self-improvement burns away all weakness, all sorrow, all unnecessary attachments. Take this time to build, to reconstruct. Not just your body, but your mind, your soul, your ambition. Become the man who cannot be ignored, not because you seek attention, but because your presence demands it. A man who needs no validation because he validates himself with every disciplined action he takes. Discipline is the foundation of greatness. Start small if you must, but start. Wake up early, even when your bed feels like a sanctuary. Train your body, even when exhaustion threatens to pull you down. Feed your mind with books, podcasts, and ideas that challenge you to grow. Each step you take toward improvement is a brick in the fortress of your character. When people leave, they often think they've taken something irreplaceable with them. They believe they've diminished us somehow. But the truth is, no one can take away what you've built within yourself. Your confidence, your values, your sense of purpose, these things belong to you alone. They cannot be stolen, only strengthened. Every setback is an opportunity to prove this to yourself. Every failure is a lesson wrapped in disguise. You must learn to see these moments not as defeats, but as stepping stones on the road to becoming the best version of yourself. Seneca taught us that a gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. This loss is your trial. It is the fire that will refine you, the weight that will make you stronger, if you let it. Do not waste it in grief or desperation. Do not let it make you smaller. Let it shape you into something she will no longer recognize, something she will only dream of touching again. Imagine waking up each day knowing that you are building a version of yourself so compelling, so magnetic, that the world cannot help but take notice. That's the goal. Not to win her back, not to make her regret, but to become a man who transcends regret altogether. Self-mastery requires patience. It demands consistency. It asks you to show up every single day, even when progress feels invisible. Some days you won't feel motivated. Some days the work will seem pointless. On those days, remember why you started. Remember the pain that brought you here. Use it as fuel. Channel it into action. Push through the resistance, because on the other side lies transformation. The man who emerges from this process is not the same man who entered it. He is wiser, tougher, more resilient. He is unstoppable. Let me share a story. There was a young man I knew, a friend, who went through a similar experience. His girlfriend left him unexpectedly, leaving him shattered. For months he wallowed in self-pity, blaming her, blaming himself, blaming fate. Then one day, something shifted. He decided he'd had enough of feeling powerless, enough of being defined by someone else's choices. So he made a decision. He would focus entirely on improving himself. He hit the gym religiously. He devoured books on philosophy, psychology, and entrepreneurship. He picked up new skills, learned languages, and started a side hustle that eventually became his full-time career. Years later, when she reached out to reconnect, she barely recognized him, not because he looked different, though he did, but because he carried himself differently. He exuded confidence, calmness, and purpose. Did he take her back? No, he didn't need to. He had moved on, not emotionally, but spiritually. He had grown beyond the need for external validation. This is the power of self-mastery. It transforms not just your circumstances, but your very identity. It allows you to rewrite the narrative of your life. You become the author, not the victim. You choose how the story unfolds. And here's the beautiful part. The more you invest in yourself, the less you care about what others think. Their opinions cease to hold weight because you know your worth. You define it. You embody it. And nothing and no one can take that away from you. Now let's talk about practical steps. Because while philosophy provides the framework, action brings results. First, commit to a morning routine. Wake up early, meditate, journal, exercise. These habits anchor your day and set the tone for everything else. Next, eliminate distractions. Social media, toxic relationships, negative influences, they drain your energy and cloud your focus. Cut them out. Replace them with activities that fuel your growth. Read books that expand your perspective. Listen to podcasts that inspire you. Surround yourself with people who push you to be better. Growth is contagious. Surround yourself with it. Third, embrace discomfort. Comfort breeds complacency. Discomfort fosters growth. Whether it's lifting heavier weights, speaking in public, or taking risks in your career, lean into the things that scare you. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's the willingness to act despite it. Fourth, practice gratitude. Gratitude shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance. Instead of focusing on what you've lost, focus on what you still have. Your health, your freedom, your potential. These are gifts worth cherishing. Finally, remember this. The journey is long, but it's worth it. Every step you take moves you closer to the man you're meant to become. Don't rush the process. Enjoy it. Celebrate small victories along the way. Each rep in the gym, each page read, each skill mastered, it all adds up. Transformation doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen. Stay consistent. Stay patient. Trust the process. She may one day look back and realize what she lost. By then, it won't matter. By then, you'll have ascended beyond her reach, beyond the need for anyone's validation. The fire of self-improvement burns away all weakness, all sorrow, all unnecessary attachments. You'll become the kind of man who inspires admiration, not because you seek it, but because you live it. And when you reach that point, the world will take notice. Those who doubted you, underestimated you, or walked away from you will wonder how they ever let you go. But by then, you won't care, because you'll be too busy living the life you were always meant to live. Thank you for watching Stoic Doctrine. If you found value in these words, if you believe in the path of self-mastery, then subscribe, like, and share this message with those who need it most. The journey is long, but together we walk it with purpose, with discipline, and with the unshakable resolve of men who refuse to be ruled by their emotions. Until next time, remain strong, remain steadfast, and remember, your greatest power is your mind. Use it well.